XRP is currently finishing a formation that has brought about its last 3 big breakouts. And in this video, I want to show you the exact chart pattern taking, location, and precisely what that news catalyst goes to be to interrupt XRP out of it. Guys, we are becoming some massive confirmations proper now that XRP is probably strategically located to be. I need to reveal you something very huge that Form got announced under the radar today that I consider goes to strategically positioned XRP above each different cryptocurrency within the United States economic gadget. This is something that changed into mention a bit before. It is not the strategic reserve, and it's far a completely large deal. Like continually, your support approach a lot. So this channel, it's larger. Continue in your support approach a lot to this channel. Thank you to each person who takes the time to like these films and enroll in the channel. These simple matters absolutely do assist me out so much. Also, if you have any precise area to buy some XRP, ensure to test out my favorite streams up preserved down inside the description of this video. But that stated, this changed into Brent, into it, and I desire you men enjoy the content material. Because one of the matters I want to fast speak approximately earlier than we get into the chart formation and the information catalyst, it really is going to break us out of the chart formation, is some of the meltdowns we're looking on social media proper now. A lot of people are so curious, why are these Bitcoin maximalists so upset by a number of the matters occurring inside the broader crypto ecosystem? And I suppose a number of humans virtually pass over the massive picture. What there is threatened, they are really threatened, because things like XRP have completely changed the core software of Bitcoin. Now that's no longer, to mention Bitcoin would not have application or Bitcoin doesn't have value. However, it shows wherein numerous that anger and loads of that issue is coming from. Right now they're lashing out because Bitcoin has essentially failed to do what Bitcoin was created to do, and that is to be a P2P payment system. Now, I want to share with you something very exciting, because that is going to will let you fully apprehend wherein all this anger is coming from, why there is a lot FUD approximately XRP right now. It's sincerely tough to apprehend it till you move beyond what you return to examine the center standards of what Bitcoin is. Now, in advance these days, a video of Jack Dorsey really came out of him speaking about this exact element. And you will right away apprehend wherein all of this FUD and all of this tribalism is coming from. It's very crucial to understand that what Jack Dorsey is going to talk about here is Bitcoin's center values. The middle motive Bitcoin was created, and Bitcoin is failing to do the matters he talks about in this video. The motive that Bitcoiners have switched the narrative for Bitcoin is as it cannot do the things it changed into set out to do, therefore they transitioned it to a shop of value. We're going to talk a bit more about why that save of cost narrative is now breaking down in real time, but I need to start out in displaying you in which the core ethos of Bitcoin was and how Bitcoin didn't achieve this. Coin holders, if this finally ends up just being virtual gold, I suppose it is failed. How do you feel approximately the concept of state country reserves, a strategic countrywide Bitcoin stockpile? Well, I suppose it is precise for the nation kingdom. I do not know if it is always precise for Bitcoin. It's likely correct for Bitcoin holders inside the second that the Bitcoin is offered. But if this finally ends up simply being digital gold, I assume it is failed. I do not assume it has a lifestyles. If it finally ends up being a forex that people can use on an everyday basis, then it's succeeded. You should move back to the white paper. This is P2P electronic cash, and we've no longer found out that but, and this is why I'm in it. I'm no longer in it to create virtual gold and watch the variety pass up, like I want on the way to use it. I need absolutely everyone within the world to no longer need to ask for permission to transport money and to need to ask their bank whether they could deposit something or withdraw. And if we don't attain that, to me, it's a failed assignment, and we should pass on to something else. So what is so interesting about the one statements is the maximum of the Bitcoiners have already moved on from this P2P charge system. Bitcoin's too slow, too costly, and it just does not work like that. And if we check what all establishments are adopting, it is now not Bitcoin for bills proper. It's things like XRP, the use of Ripple's generation to get right of entry to the underlying XRP ledger. So this right here is where the whole lot of the concern is coming from the center Bitcoin maxis. The concept at the back of Bitcoin has completely shifted. It shifted to this reserve asset and completely away from what Bitcoin was designed to do. Now, this is why we've seen so much lash out against things like XRP currently. Very lately, we've got visible, credibly credible claims, extraordinarily credible claims that XRP is probably going to be held inside the United States Strategic Reserve. Because of this, Bitcoin is now failing on its next narrative, that it's the most effective store of price. This is virtual gold. Because the second one, we've something like XRP additionally being inside the strategic reserve, meaning Bitcoin is undifferentiated from the rest of the cryptocurrency market. So not most effective has XRP changed Bitcoin in terms of this P2P fee gadget moving cash and simply company stage cash movements. Now we're seeing XRP additionally disrupt this concept of digital gold or a reserve asset. And this is, we refer to it as a concept of digital gold or a reserve asset. Examine this. Last night time, and I shared this on the channel, we've got the modern crypto czar David Sachs has proper now a Bank XRP video published on his X page. He additionally, in order that occurs, to observe Bank XRP. He also just befell to rejoice when Ripple beat the SEC case, pronouncing that it became a big win for the whole cryptocurrency industry. And so that is a man who's very in keeping with this concept of a crypto strategic reserve, such things as XRP being in there. And now what you are watching is all of what the Bitcoiners desired Bitcoin to be slowly being replaced via XRP. A lot of them have already abandoned this concept that it'll be a fee machine, right? Just as it's too sluggish, it's inefficient. Humans are not, honestly, the usage of for that. So they stated K, it's virtual gold. But then you definitely flow directly to the digital gold narrative. And now you've got other cryptocurrencies being essentially placed within the identical mix and that same narrative. That is why they may be lashing out. The simplest thing they have left is to try to discredit all of these other protocols, trying to say, oh, you shouldn't love it due to this. You shouldn't like it because of that, but at the end of the day, these are simply evaluations. These are things they think. It would not come right down to the center application in which XRP is higher than Bitcoin and almost all of these items. Now, I need to proportion with you something else. This changed into really Matt Gaetz earlier these days. Matt Gaetz is in reality going back on the same idea. Bitcoin Magazine tweeted out, we didn't vote for a strategic crypto reserve, we voted for a strategic Bitcoin reserve. And Matt Gaetz stated, I need to have ignored that on the ballot measure. So what he's announcing is like appearance. We are placing collectively a crypto strategic reserve that puts American innovation first. We failed to comply with do a little Bitcoin handiest reserve. That does not make sense, and we need to recognize why that is occurring. These human beings aren't Bitcoin maxis who are making this policy. They may be coming at it from a realistic, clever approach, questioning, well, permits less awareness on American innovation, less recognition on those American cryptocurrencies, less consciousness on the matters truly, with utility making real international modifications to the financial system. And we're seeing authorities authentic after authorities authentic taking the other stance of the Bitcoin maxis. That does not should be Bitcoin. There's lots of different things that can healthy into this photo. And I suppose that is truly starting to prove that plenty of these rumors and narratives we are listening to are likely going to be playing out. That every one, those rumors announcing it's now not just going to be Bitcoin, it's going to be XRP too, are probable. Going to play out. And as I talked about earlier, this destroys the core thesis of what the Bitcoiners have been setting up Bitcoin to be. Now, with regards to that next large catalyst that I stated in the video, and that is a totally very huge deal, it is beginning to appear to be the rumor at the back of no capital profits taxes on US primarily based cryptocurrencies is going to be actual. Now, it is very important to realize that for a long term, I did not position a number of actual credit score inside the humans pronouncing this. I shouldn't say, did not position credit within the human saying it. I did not actually necessarily place quite a few religion inside the rumor. And it is due to the fact we by no means had any real confirmation. But in advance today, we truly had Eric Trump coming out and saying that, yeah, no, we are truly considering doing this. This is an actual real thing.